In the news this week, thousands of jobs on the line as credible sources warn the government about the new port contract. An exclusive report coming up.
Also tonight, Unit 18 set for the long term as the Premier announces a new facility for hardened juvenile criminals. In the music fusion event, Guzheng Odyssey concert in Perth features an ancient Chinese music instrument paired with the didgeridoo. And later, Dr. Kwinana.
Good evening. Bye-bye wharfies. That's the warning insiders revealed to WA News, with thousands of local jobs facing the axe as the future port shifts from Fremantle to Kwinana. Concerns of automation will mean scarce local job opportunities, and the government must sell the project to the public before the election. The source also warns of potential contractual issues for the port. Peter Kennedy has this exclusive.
The new Westport project in Cockburn Sound is the state government's most ambitious project for more than 70 years, since the development of Kwinana as an industrial strip and also a port. And that has been a major development in Western Australia over the past 70 years. But now Westport takes it a stage further. It takes effectively takes trade and loading into the next century, and that's what it will do, because it's essential to Western Australia's economy to have efficient ports, because we are a trading nation, we are a trading state. So it is imperative for the government to have the most efficient wharf procedures that it possibly can. And that is why the Westport project is going ahead. And according to an impeccable source, automation is unavoidable, he says. Bye-bye wharfies, according to the impeccable source. That's not going to go down well in the Maritime Union, of course. But it's part of progress, and you can't stand in the way of progress. You can't stand in the way of automation. What you can do is make sure that it works for you, not against you. So a state government, a Labor government, has come up with this plan, a plan which a coalition government would have much more difficulty selling to the public because of union affiliations with the Labor Party and coalition affiliations with the private sector. So if this project is going to happen, and it obviously will, it has to be a Labor government that will drive it through, even though it's going to cause enormous ramifications for the union movement, which of course is the heart and soul of the Labor Party. And according to our source again, he said it's going to cause problems as far as the infrastructure is concerned, a massive infrastructure project, and he says we can't even build a damn bus stop at the moment. How are we going to put this together? And that, of course, is a huge challenge for the government of the day when this project actually gets off the ground. And because of the disruption that it will occur, same as with the development of Kwinana 70 years ago, in Cockburn Sound, which was a playground, a summer playground for the metropolitan area, that caused great disruption. The government of the day had to sell it, and this time the government of the day, 70 or 80 years on, is going to have to sell this project because it will cause enormous disruption in the Cockburn Sound area, and also for the infrastructure, the transport, the road links, the rail links to the new port will cause enormous disruption. And the government, whichever government, coalition or Labor, is going to have to sort of ride this out, see it through, get public support that it's inevitable, that it's the way of the future. And so as far as the project goes, our source says, you need to be very careful with the infrastructure, who's going to be controlling it. It will be the backbone of the community. And the waterside workers will go. The waterside workers at one stage were described as the royal family of the workers. They were really very well looked after, but they will become caught up with this move towards automation. And as I said earlier, that is inevitable. Our source has made the point. The selling job for this project is going to be crucial. And as he said, it's easier for the government of the day to sell police stations and hospitals to the public, the need for them, than you can sell containerisation, because containerisation, efficient though it is, probably means that jobs will be lost. But that's the way of the future, and that's the challenge for the government that has to see this project through. This development will take Perth, Fremantle, the southwest from the 21st century, and I'm sure it will be operating in the 22nd century. And the very important thing is for the state's economy that it be as efficient as possible, but at the same time waterside workers who might find their jobs redundant need to be looked after. That is the challenge, to have an efficient export service or trade service at the port, but that people are looked after. Peter Kennedy, WAMN News.
The Cook government has announced the construction of a new high-security therapeutic youth detention facility to cater to West Australians' most challenging youth offenders. The announcement comes after a juvenile detainee died committing self-harm back in October, with an internal report exposing cultural issues within corrective services.
A number of recommendations to the government, and this includes a new purpose-built detention centre is to be constructed to house our state's most challenging juvenile detainees. This will ultimately mean Unit 18 will eventually close in a safe and sensible manner, which is what I've long been saying I want to see happen. The new facility will be specifically designed to meet high security and therapeutic needs of detainees who are complex, challenging and often dangerous. The proposed facility is planned to be located adjacent to Banksia Hill. The proposed new purpose-built facility will enable a two-site model, which would see that the most challenging detainees provided high-level support in the new facility, while Banksia Hill will continue to focus on giving stable therapeutic interventions and education to the more settled detainees. $1 million has been allocated in the mid-year review to now fast-track a detailed business case that will look into the specific location, cost and timeframes required for the new facility.
What we've seen is almost 18 months after Unit 18 opened, finally talk about a business case and a replacement facility at Banksia Hill. You just got to ask the question, what have they been doing for the last 18 months? This is going to see Unit 18 remain open for years and years ahead, and frankly I am deeply concerned as a result of that we're going to see more kids self-harm, and I hope this is not true, but it could be more lives lost, and that is not what should be happening. What we should be seeing right now is actually not doing business plans for a facility at Banksia Hill, but actually getting on and actually moving those kids out of Unit 18 as quickly as possible.
Hi there, are you looking for a new home or want to refinance your car mortgage to get a better rate? At AA Finance Solutions, we have the expertise and knowledge to help you to find the right loan for your needs and budgets. Contact us today. Let us help you to make your home ownership dream a reality.
AA Finance Solutions, your local mortgage broker.
This weekend marks International Disability Day, and the Multicultural Services Centre WA held a celebration in Morley. The primary aim of this event is to acknowledge and give thanks to disabled people's significant contributions to Western Australia. Around 100 guests attended the event, enjoying food, activities and short speeches to mark the occasion. MSC WA is the first multicultural disability services organisation in the state, and the number of its disability clients is growing rapidly.
I wish that more people in Australia would be gathering together on a Saturday afternoon just like this and celebrating people who have disability, or like we like to say, all abilities, and just shifting that paradigm and the language and celebrating them and recognising their contributions is incredibly important.
A 29-year-old member of a bikie gang has been charged with several offences after police conducted a search at his home in Perth this week. Authorities alleged that the accused, along with another unidentified person, impersonated police to execute a search warrant to gain access to the apartment in Como on Monday. Once inside, they allegedly assaulted a 75-year-old man and a 34-year-old woman residing at the residence with an axe. It is understood both perpetrators fled the scene on foot after they realised they targeted the wrong unit and the wrong occupants. This week, authorities executed a search warrant and arrested the accused at his home in Kwinana. During the search, detectives will be alleging cash, drugs and weapons were found. The 29-year-old man was charged with multiple offences. He will appear in court on the 20th of December.
2 people were arrested and charged as police investigated into alleged drug dealing incidents in Perth's north. A search warrant was executed at a home in Lansdale this week, and a 29-year-old man was taken into custody. Police alleged that 344 grams of meth and $77,000 cash was seized during the search. Other properties and assets were frozen, including a large number of collection trade cards, a pair of shoes worth $20,000, several cars, and a house worth over $1 million in total. A 29-year-old Lansdale man was charged with numerous drug offences. He and another 29-year-old woman appeared in court this week.
The Chinese Guzheng Odyssey is in Perth on December 9th. Zhuzhang Chen, a skilled Guzheng player, joins the West Australian Guzheng Academy, blending ancient and contemporary sounds. Zheng mastered the 2,500-year-old Chinese zither. In the first of its kind collaboration, she'll enchant audiences alongside the didgeridoo and percussion. The concert weaving Western and Eastern traditions, promising solos, concertos and ensemble pieces.
Yeah, it's a first try for me. Also, it's very rare in the Australian wide. So I'm so excited with it. And I had a rehearsal with a didgeridoo. It was amazing. So for the audience, I think it's not just a normal concert. It's like a music journey for them. They can feel the music from the 2,000 years ago, also to now, the modern music. So I have arranged some jazz music and pop music, and also they can feel the music and the story from east to west.
As we've mentioned last week, Dr. Andrew Miller is away to Africa for charity medical work. This weekend we have Dr. Karina Powers with her weekly medical and news commentary.
Hello viewers, today in the COVID medical world I've got some important news to announce. So Dr. Al Ali presented and it's clear from his research that to get repeatedly hit with COVID 1, 2, 3 more times, it ages your body. So you're far more at risk of complications such as heart disease, strokes, diabetes, cognitive problems, and also he has found that it disrupts our blood fats. So you might even end up on an anti-cholesterol agent because of COVID. So it's important that we do prevent COVID. He also has, his team has found that COVID ages your renal function. So your kidney is older by several years quite often if you get hit with COVID. So again, he really wants us to focus on preventing this disease. Antiviral medications such as Paxlovid can help. So do discuss if you are unwell with your doctor, and rat test. You know, rat tests aren't perfect. So if you really are unwell, just still talk to your doctor, even if your rat test is negative. And we really do need to look after ourselves. So again, the things that I said last week about fresh air, perhaps borrowing a HEPA filter for your gatherings, making sure that if you've got to go into crowded indoor areas, like doing your Christmas shopping, whoever the poor soul is who has to go out there and collect the food, make sure you wear your N95 mask and your P2 mask, and be in there really targeted. Think about what your shopping list is. Go in and go out. Don't try and hang around in a crowded space. Don't attend parties if you're unwell. And ideally, the governments now make a move on regulating for clean indoor air. Just like we have clean water, we really do need to get virus out of the air in our public spaces. And thank you, everyone, and hopefully look forward to seeing you again in the future and have a safe festive season.
Thanks, Doctor. And now here is Leo Puglisi with what's coming up on 6 News Tonight.
Thanks, guys. On 6 News, ongoing talks within the Queensland Labor Party about replacing Anastasia Palaszczuk's Premier. Hundreds of calls made to emergency services after storms lashed New South Wales. And Penny Wong repeats the government's call for all remaining hostages to be released by Hamas. News is on the hour, every hour here on 6 News. Watch live on our YouTube channel and our website. For now, though, it is back to you.
Thanks, Leo. And before we go, tonight is Paige's first night on the news desk as Millie's away for holidays. Hope you enjoyed so far, Paige.
I have. It's been an amazing experience and I look forward to the next 3 weeks.
Me too.
And that is our weekly news and current affairs. We have the latest stories on our website at wamnnews.com.au.
Remember to subscribe to the WAMN Extra News Club so we can continue our work in the community. Full details on wamnnews.com.au/news/extra. From Paige and myself, wish you good health, good night. See you next Sunday.
Thank you for watching.